Hey everyone, Super Saiyan Sanchez back here with another video. Bringing you guys today Android 18 OG. Sorry about the glare on the lighting on the box. She is. Try to see if I can bring her closer about that. Alright. So go ahead and put her 360. You guys can see the box. Zoom in on that a little better. The camera. All right, let's go ahead and take her off. And she looks great. Back up the camera, sorry about that. Well, she is pre-owned. Let's go ahead and take her out of the box. And she does come with a lot of accessories. That's the good thing. Let's go ahead and check it out. And here she is out of the box. Let me go ahead and zoom in on her. Let's check her out. She looks great. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and put her on the stand so you guys can check her out. Let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully no issues trying to stand her up. Alright. We'll go ahead and zoom in right now. I'm going to raise it up just a bit. Wow, she looks great. It's the OG figure, but it still looks great. I feel like the color holds up really well. And the articulation is still pretty decent for the age of the figures. I believe the figure was released, let me see, what does the box say, 2014? That was a while back now. Of course they have the event exclusives, but for the OG figure, I think it looks great. Go ahead and grab everything. Alright, she does come with her crossed arms, which do look great, but I know now like the detail on the hands look a little better. This looks basic for what it was at the time, but yeah, it was pretty good. And she does come with 3 sets of extra hands, some blasting hands here. They look great. Try to zoom in, or let me try to focus a little more right here. Yeah, for the hands, I think they look great. Like I said, she has the blasting hands. Alright. And she does have, this is the other set of hands where she could be grabbing something or just, moving around with her hands. So look, they're pretty small, so they're easy to lose, so be careful with these, definitely. And of course her fighting hands. They look great, honestly, for the size. Yeah. Alright, and she does come with an extra set of hair, of course. Like how Android 17 was, she is like swinging, fighting. You would put this extra hair on the side. Let's go ahead and show you guys real quick. Sorry. Oh, having issues. Maybe it goes on the opposite side. No, it goes right there. Sorry about that, guys, the focus. I probably had to put the, oh, there it is. So yeah, that looks great. Yeah. Alright. And she does come with 3 extra faces. This face, of course. Just gonna leave my face, nothing too crazy. She looks great. That looks good. Of course, she has this face where she is kissing Krillin, which is pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna do a pose with that. And of course her smiling, just a little bit, smirking. and this is the extra stuff she does come with. She comes with the extra head for Krillin. Krillin is sweating because she's getting close to him, and she gives him a kiss on the cheek. Sorry about the background noise, guys. I got my kids upstairs. This is the extra hand for Krillin. He is holding this. I believe this is to deactivate the androids, I guess to get rid of them. Of course, in the show, if you have seen the series, you know, hopefully you guys have, and I'm not spoiling a spoiler. He has to deactivate her, but he doesn't. But yeah, hopefully everyone has seen the series. I'm not spoiling nothing too much. All right, let's go ahead and grab her off the stand. Yeah, and like I said, she looks great for her age. This is an old figure, man. This figure is 11 years old, but it still looks great. I still think it looks great for the age. I feel like it's aged well. And she has a lot of details. Of course, let me go ahead and show you guys the articulation. Her knees do bend up really well. Of course, she does have that toe articulation. 360. Same thing and the wrist. It does look up pretty well. I would say that the skirt kind of doesn't hinder too much. You could still do some sort of poses. You could do some sort of swings. You know what I mean? Yeah, and like I said, overall the face looks great. The 3D printing for the time, honestly, is great. You can see that. It looks fantastic. I have nothing bad to say about that. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get into our first pose. We always grab the box, get some inspiration here. Let's see, this is the pose I'm talking about, the one with the extra Krillin head. And I do have that Krillin, so I'm going to go ahead and use him in some of the poses here. Alright, let's go ahead and go for this pose then. Set inspiration in the box. That's what I like about the boxes. They always show some good stuff. And of course, you know what? Let's go ahead and go for the crossed arms, because right there we have to swap out the hair for that. But let's go ahead and swap out the arms. It's a real simple pose. Pop them off. Not too crazy. Alright, and you would just bring the hands in here. And you would swing these forward. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that, sorry. You would swing this forward. Alright. A shout out to everyone who's been continuing to watch the channel. We've reached 200 subscribers. I know a lot of people didn't watch the video, the 200 subscribers, but I'm really happy for that. I'm super proud, and it's something that I'm hoping continues. You know, I want to keep growing, and you know, going forward with the channel and trying to, you know, keep going. So hopefully, if you aren't watching, you continue to watch. If you aren't watching, watch, and if you aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, that like button. Get that bell for notifications when I do upload. I try to upload at least twice a week. I try to do a short, and I try to do a video. So yeah, this week was a little different just because of the 200 subscribers. I wanted to upload a video for that, and we did have a mail call, so yeah. I'm having a little issue right here. This is a kind of a common issue with the older figures. I feel like the shoulder pops out. I mean, not the shoulder, but like right here, this piece where the peg would usually be. I have a lot of issues with this. And you can kind of, let me show you guys. You guys can kind of like lean it forward and it pops off, which can be very, very annoying. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. It's a hassle with the hand sometimes. Let me try to put this on. Let's see if we can get this on here. Alright, there we are. It did pop in. Let's go ahead and put her arms down. Yeah, and she has that leave me alone face. Alright, it's kind of a basic pose. Let's go for this first pose. Anyone can do it. It's a vanilla pose. Nothing crazy is going on here. We're gonna go ahead, oh, sorry about that. We're gonna go ahead and give her some sort of cool pose here. And there she is. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Yeah, and she, like I said, she looks great for the age. The figure's 11 years old. It came out in 2014. We're in 2025 now. So yeah, she looks fantastic. If no one has this figure in their collection, definitely go for it. It's if you have the event exclusives or you have the original, they're both great regardless. So definitely go for them if you don't have them yet. All right, let's go ahead and take out the stand. Let's go ahead and zoom out. All right, we're gonna go for another pose here. Let's take these off. This can be kind of annoying trying to pull them off. I try to be very careful with this. I don't try to apply too much pressure because I know I could probably pop something out really bad. Alright, and this is a lot easier. Just stick them in real quick, and there it is. If anyone does have this figure, do they feel like the exclusives are better, or do they prefer the OG? I can appreciate the OG, and I can appreciate the newer ones just because of the color. The color pops out a lot more. That's what I like about it. Alright. I had a thing backwards right there, sorry about that. Okay. She does have, we'll go with another pose. Let's see. This is another pose on the box. She looks a little more mean there. Of course, it's something simple, nothing crazy. And since it is Dragon Ball, of course, she goes around and she is looking for clothes. If anyone's seen the series, she is looking for clothes in the series. She's traveling everywhere trying to find something to wear, but all she continues to find is like more Western stuff, so she ends up taking it. But yeah, I can definitely tell that she probably wouldn't want to just wear that. Let's go ahead and there we are. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Like I said, guys, a vanilla pose, nothing crazy here, something that anyone can do. We're just going for it because it's on a box. Still think it looks great though. Something everyone can do. Alright. Start focusing on more of the harder stuff here. Alright, let's see. And we're gonna go ahead and go with these specific hands here. And one thing that's kind of scary is like she has a small wrist peg, and it's not as small as the Krillin, the 1.0 Krillin. That's the first release. He's kind of has like thinner hands, and I'll show you guys that in a second. All right, so go ahead and. We are creating this pose, guys, just in case you guys need to follow along. I want to show you guys what's going on. And I noticed that inside on the box, her hair looks a little lighter, or maybe it's the lighting in the box, but it looks a little darker here, but it's cool. Doesn't really matter. And she is lifting one knee, and like she is about to take off. All right. Oh yeah, and her hair she is using the other hair. Let's go ahead and swap that off. I'm over here getting ready to do the pose, but I'm not even ready yet. Alright. I believe she has more of a serious face on this one. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Check which one we're using. Definitely not that one. Okay, this is more of a smirking face. Alright, we're gonna go with this one. More serious. And we are gonna place the hair. It does have this little piece right here where you would apply it to the hair. Alright. Let me see. I haven't done this in a while, guys, so please forgive me. Alright, and there it is. And it's similar to Android 17, how you have to put the front hairpiece to the face, and then apply it to the actual head sculpt. Alright. There we go. Alright. I don't like that little crease, or I mean that little spacing there, but let's just try to see if we can clamp this a little harder. Alright, and I've told you guys in the previous video when I did do the Android 17, I honestly prefer to do this, just pop it in right away. But I didn't do that. Alright, there it is. Clicked in. She is right there. She's gonna have her hand up. She's about to go hit someone. Right. Let's put her hand back just a little bit. Swing it back. She's going. Alright, and with this, we're gonna go ahead and use some mounting putty. If anyone does need something to use, I definitely go for the Gorilla mounting putty. It's definitely one I like to use. Go ahead and pull some out. I'm gonna apply some to her foot so she could stand. I did do something similar when I did Android 17. I did put it on his foot so he can he could do a pose when he was running. So let's see how this goes. You don't have to apply too much, just apply a little bit. Alright, and my stand stopped. Let me go swap it out. Alright, sorry about that. So we did swap out the stand, because the rotating stand, because mine was going slow. I have two stands, so it does give me issues sometimes. I'm not sure why. Alright, let's see. And she is a lighter figure, so let's just see how this goes. Alright, and she is posed. Alright, let's go ahead and zoom in on this. And give her a closer view. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. She looks great. And this is the pose we're trying to achieve, just in case you guys want to follow. Excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah, she looks great. Alright, let's go ahead and take her off the stand. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and go for the next pose where she is kissing Krillin on the cheek. And yeah, let's go ahead and swap this out. And this is pretty interesting, just how you could just pop it right off in the face. And just look at that, it looks cool. Yeah, alright. Let's go ahead and we're gonna give her that face where she kind of looks like she's cross-eyed. And let's go ahead and swap this out. If anyone is interested in continuing, because I'm gonna do the Android 16 next. If anyone does like the Androids, you guys think I should cover the event exclusives, which I did do an unboxing early on when I did start the channel, but I just want to know if you guys would like to see more. Would you guys like to continue to see that? I just like to know. Swapping out the hands, and we're gonna give her the hands where she could be putting her hand on Krillin's shoulder. All right, let's go ahead and check this out. Alright, it's nothing too crazy. She does like bend down and reach for a kiss. Alright, and I do have the Krillin. This is the OG Krillin, guys. Let me go ahead and show you guys the box so you guys know what I'm talking about. This is the original Krillin. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys. Alright, and this is gonna be, I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the head. And one thing that I've noticed, I've done this pose before with Krillin and 18. His peg here never fits. It fits, but it feels like maybe the head needs to be like around here, needs to be a little wider. Cause we can pop it on. Let's go ahead and try that again. Sorry about that. Or maybe I do need to open the peg just a little more, because I don't even know if it would fit in there. We could go with the old usual. Some people like to put it on there, but like he just looks weird to me. Not sure. Okay. Yeah, man. I feel like it went on. Yeah, but look at that separation between the neck. I'm sorry about hitting the camera. It just looks a little off to me. If we were to put on his head right now, you can actually see his original head to the head to the figure. You could see. Remember, this is an extra piece that they made separate from the figure, so they can make you buy both figures. You know, that's what Tamashii likes to do. But it's nothing wrong with that. I understand. They got to get sales up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and swap his hand out. All right, and see, like what I was telling you guys, the peg is a lot smaller. I feel like these are more scarier to put on. I get scared that you could just snap the wrist, and for some reason, it's not going in. Oh, there it is. Okay. And we'll go ahead and. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to go ahead and have it where he is about to hold the control, where he, like I said, he could deactivate the. He can deactivate Android 18. But remember, he keeps looking at her and, you know, realizing that she's human and he likes her. Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't even think he knows that she's human at this time yet. I believe spoiler alert. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling that for you guys. He actually likes her a lot. He thinks she's cute, of course, in the show, and he's having feelings about her because he likes her. All right. Go ahead and do this pose. Alright guys, let's go ahead and zoom in on this. We're gonna go ahead and I have the standoff right now. We're gonna go ahead and have Krillin having the face. Of course he's sweating, of course, if anyone didn't notice that. Let me go ahead and zoom in on that. He does have his sweat coming down. He is nervous because, you know, of course, he thinks that Android 18 is cute, and yeah, let's go ahead and do this pose where she is leaning over. Right. She's leaning over for a kiss. I'm just gonna go ahead and right there. Sorry about that. All right. And that is the pose. Sorry about moving around the camera, guys. Let's go ahead and get the stand to rotate. And it's a pose that you guys can all do if you do have the OG and the OG Android 18 and Krillin. This is an iconic pose when he is, of course, nervous. She's gonna give him a kiss, and she is honestly, she's a little taller. I feel like this Krillin is a lot taller than what he should be. Of course, they got a 4th version of Krillin coming out, and I feel like the height of that Krillin looks way better. So yeah. But of course, at the time, they this is the figure that they had, and remember I said that they try to they added parts so you can buy both figures, which they still do to this day, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it's just it's pretty cool. It's a system that Tamashii has used in the past, and I don't mind. I don't really make a big deal about it. All right, so let's go ahead and take them both down. I do have her with some I have her up with her mounting putty. Sorry about that. Let me zoom out. And you know, he wants to hurt her, try to get her loose. Or, I mean, he does want to hurt her, just so she can stop raining destruction. But he falls for her. You know how Krillin is. He's real like, oh my god, what am I doing? Do I really want to do this? He always second guesses himself. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and try a different pose out, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring in an extra figure. Let me go grab this real quick. All right, guys, and bring in Vegeta. This is when he does turn Super Saiyan for the first time and he thinks he's strong. Spoiler alert, sorry about that. He does think he's stronger than the android because he is a Super Saiyan. So yeah, I just wanted to bring him in here so we could do some poses. And go ahead and do a pose where he is about to fight her. Sorry about the out of zoom right there. That looks great. Let's go ahead and bring Android 18 in. We're gonna go ahead and completely use a different face. Trying to look for a face where she is kind of angry. Let's see. Which one am I gonna use? I think this one will probably be it right here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and bring her hair. Let's see, where is her extra set of hair? Yeah, and here it is. And like I told you, you just kind of put it up here. There's a little space up here. Just kind of slide it in. Alright. And there it is. Pop it in. Alright. We're going to use a different hand instead of the fist hand. I'm going to go for the blasting hand. And we're going to go ahead and swap back for the fist. Let's see, where is the fists? Alright, here it is. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and have her doing her blasting. Alright. Kind of just a bit. And she is like I said, fighting. I'm gonna have her posing where she is fighting Vegeta. But like I said, if anyone has seen the anime, he does. In his head, he thinks that just because he became a Super Saiyan that he's strong doesn't really mean nothing. Because he'll eventually find out what happens. Let's go ahead and add. I'm gonna add a piece to this so we can go ahead and do another pose. So we can do these poses together. Give me 1 second. All right, everyone. Went ahead and did the pose. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Have a better. Let me raise the camera just a little bit. Yeah, they look great together. And this is one of the older SH Figuarts Vegeta. This one did come out a while back. Let's go ahead and zoom out of that. You guys can see them better. And yes, I am using the tablet on the bottom just to try to display them together. Yeah, she looks great. Alright. Let's go ahead and do another pose. Let's go ahead and take them off and maybe do another pose right now. Alright, everyone. I'm back with another pose. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that. I did add the mounting putty here so I can hold her. I don't like to use a claw, as most of you guys do know. Let's go ahead and zoom in just a little more. Put the camera down just a bit. Yeah, and I have it where she is swinging on him and taking the breath out of him, knocking the breath out of him by kicking him. The pose is achievable. I'm actually using the mounting putty on the feet And I have a mounting putty on his chest to wear right about here. You might be able to see a little bit of it right here. Yeah. And so these poses are possible if you guys do have some mounting putty or some sort of sticky tack, which I definitely recommend, especially when you're trying to pose your figures like in the back on display. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and do another pose. All right, everyone, we got another pose. Go ahead and zoom in on this. She defeated Vegeta. And of course she does. She knocks him down very low just because he thinks he's a Super Saiyan and he's stronger than him. He assumes that he can do everything by himself as usual, as in every arc of Dragon Ball he does. Just because he's a Saiyan Prince, he assumes that he has the power and it's his birthright as usual. But yeah, we all know that's a lot of BS. And all he needed to do was be humbled. Of course she did. She humbled him. All right, let's go ahead and bring in another figure. Let's do another pose. All right, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and look at Android 18 and her height. We're gonna go ahead and compare her height to some of the other figures that we have. She's not crazy tall. She's about average. Okay. Go ahead and zoom in on that. I'm gonna go ahead and sorry about that. I'm gonna bring another figure in. Check her height. Bring in Vegeta. This is the original Super Saiyan. This is before the Blood Awakening one got released. This is the Blood Awakening is like a 2.0. Or no, I'm sorry about that. It's just another version of him just being re-released. It's like a premium color edition. Yeah. Let's go ahead and bring in Krillin. And I feel like Krillin is like I said, he should be shorter. He's a lot shorter in the anime. If you see the anime, I feel like he just needs to be just a little shorter. Yeah, they look great together, honestly. I just want him to be a little short. Maybe it's his head. His head looks a little bigger. That could be another reason. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Logan Wolverine, so I can show you guys another height comparison. Sorry about that. He is a lot taller than he is a Marvel Legends. He is a lot taller than all of them. Just want to show you guys height comparison. Yeah. But he is a little taller. Yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and take her off. Take these guys off first. And let's go ahead and grab her. Sorry, I did have a little tack. And honestly, I think she's a great figure. My opinion, I think I prefer her over the event exclusive just because of I prefer the event exclusive color. The color pops more, but I still think it's a great figure just because of all the stuff that it comes with. The event exclusive does not have the Krillin head because I think by then there was already the third or fourth Krillin that's been released, because they have the original, they have the 2.0, they have the armored Krillin, and they're working on his fourth one. Yeah, which is still pretty cool. Yeah, but overall, I think she's a great figure. If anyone does not have her, I definitely say have her in your collection. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a solid 8 out of 10. I think she's a great figure. If you don't have her, if you don't have any of the androids, definitely go for them. But know that when you do step into the realm of having the androids, you gotta have Cell, you gotta have more androids, to go along with the collection. Trunks, you gotta have these figures, That is the Android Saga, of course, and it's still pretty cool. But I think overall she's a great figure. Yeah, I definitely say go for her. She looks great. And the next review I will be doing is Android 16, the OG, and I will be combining them all together. I did give you guys a little glimpse of that in Android 17's review, So hopefully you guys did like that, and I hope you guys keep watching and be ready on my next video. Be on the lookout, hit that notification bell. You guys can see the newest videos that do drop, and I appreciate everyone watching, and continue to watch and subscribe and comment. I am gonna do a post about should I continue to do the Android saga or maybe the Cell saga. We're trying to figure out what direction we're gonna go, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Super Saiyan Sanchez out.